Good evening, I'm Lucis Osmo. We're at Stillboy Field in Somerville where the Peabody High School Tanners take Highlanders. With me right now is that super baseball player, Dave Betancourt, but he's also an assistant coach here at Peabody High. Dave, good to have you here tonight.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you guys for taking the time to do this. This is great. Thank you.
Now, new year, a lot of new players. We lost a lot of players, but I hear that from the freshmen and the juniors, we got a bunch back.
Yeah, we've got, players returning along with the nice group of youngsters that have come in to help out. So I think, as the youngsters learn, we should get better as a football team, not making excuses because everybody's in the same situation. But our young kids are excited. We're excited as a staff because of the quality of the talent of our young people to go with the kids who are returning. So it should be an interesting season.
Now, we're a little bit worried about Somerville. How's our defense? Because they're just a great passing team.
Well, you've got a whole staff that's very worried because their quarterback is on a full scholarship to UConn. They've got outstanding speed. So therefore, we're going to have to, obviously try to keep them in front of us. And I think it'll depend on our line's ability to keep the quarterback contained in the pocket. If he gets outside the pocket, we've got problems because he can run, and they've got receivers who can run, and now you're putting extra pressure on your secondary, who's going to have to make decisions whether to come up or stay back. So that becomes a difficult situation. But our kids know what they're supposed to do. We're prepared them to do what they're supposed to do, so you just hope for the best.
How about our offense now? Sophomore quarterback, right?
Right, but our offense, he can run very well. He's a 4.7 40 youngster. He can run with the football. I think we've got a nice stable of backs. We've got kids back from last year who run very well. I think we can run at you with 6 or 7 different backs. So we're finally beginning to get some depth at our different positions, both in the secondary and in the offensive backfield. So it should be interesting.
It should be a great game, and we hope we can go all the way now.
Thank you. I'm with you there.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for being here.
Hart, what's going on?
I'm leaving.
Why? What did I do?
Not enough. The pressure's too much. I quit.
I get it. I can do better. Just please don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
Lucis Osmo, Stephen Accardi. We're back here for the first football game of the year. And are you ready for some good high school football?
I'm excited.
Looks like Somerville is going to receive the kickoff, and Peabody's going to be the kicker. And we'll try and pick up those Somerville players as we don't know them, and those numbers are not the greatest things to look at.
Somerville has won the toss and elected to receive. Back to receive for the Highlanders will be number 22, Gio Pierre.
Number 22 is the receiver for Somerville, Gio Pierre.
And number 20, Lucas Montina.
And the shot man is Lucas Montina. So there's 2 deep men for Somerville. And we'll see if our kicker can get it down to that 15-yard line.
It's definitely windy over here. That could be a big factor in this kick and in the return game.
So here's the kick.
Will be Austin Leggett.
And it's a short kick down to about the 10. And he's going to get hit and knocked down at about the 24-yard line.
Great special teams by Peabody, getting down the field, being able to make the tackle. That's a good start to this ball game.
Number 22, Lucas Montina on the return.
It looked like it was a set play for Somerville to go wide because the Peabody Tanners really got down there.
Absolutely. He kind of didn't really make his mind up when he wanted to get down the field, and Peabody really ran in their lanes, did a great job making the tackle.
Jeffries is the quarterback for Somerville, and he's a great passer. He has a full boat for UConn.
That's center for the Highlanders, number 56.
And they're going to come out here with a spread formation.
And quarterback, number 14, senior Elijah Jeffries for the Highlanders.
So direct snap and right away back to pass. Loose ball. Right away, Somerville fumbles and Peabody recovers. So we're right down on the 22-yard line.
Eric DeMayo, the star of this Peabody Tanner defense, forced the fumble and recovered the fumble. Great start to the season for Peabody, who averaged less than 2 touchdowns per game.
The option to
22-yard line.
come into that red zone right away, right on the 23-yard line, 1st and 10.
What a great way to start the game for Peabody, huh?
Right, great way.
I mean, that was a nice, easy screen pass that just really...
Cabal breaks out of the huddle. He's over the ball. Oh, and there's see who that goes against.
That's got to be a neutral zone infraction. Oh, it's actually is it a false start? Nope. Neutral zone infraction on Somerville.
Right.
A fumble and a easy penalty.
Encroachment that time, and Peabody picks up 1st down. So it'd be 1st down and 5 for the Tanners.
5 for the Tanners.
The ball on about the 18-yard line. In motion. A long count. And he's going to hit for loss. Back to the 25-yard line.
That was just not a good read by Noah Friedman.
Noah Friedman on the carry for the Tanners.
So Freeman picks up that loss, and he went the wrong way, actually.
Yeah, that was just not the right read. He should have went to the left. Somerville read that well, and they were ready to pounce on it.
So it's 2nd down and 11. They lost to 5 yards plus a yard.
Wow. So now they're even because they had the penalty. Now they're back at the normal line of scrimmage.
So
It'll be number 11, Colby Terrion under center for the Tanners.
In motion, number 7. And he's back. There's Eric DeMayo still on his feet, but finally out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
What a wrecking ball he is, huh?
Eric DeMayo. Tackle made by number 6, Lucas St. Jean.
So it'll be a big 3rd down and 1.5.
What a big play. But first throw by Colby Therian in his Tanner career for the varsity level. And Eric DeMayo, Coach Bancourt said they want to use more of him at tailback, not just fullback this year. So you're already seeing that in full effect.
Okay, the Tanners out of the huddle. Right up the middle, DeMayo picks up the 1st down.
That was number 44, Eric DeMayo on the carry.
So he's going to be the big man for Peabody this year, for sure.
Exactly. It's going to be Noah Friedman and Eric DeMayo really running the ball.
So the ball's on the about
and that play results in a 1st down.
12-yard line, 1st and goal, 1st and 10. One wide receiver way over to the right. Somerville approaching the ball once again, but and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage.
It's another great tackle. Noah Freeman not having much luck this so far running the ball. 2 losses on runs.
Marcus Thomas.
So Marcus Thomas in on that tackle for Somerville.
Great read.
And Somerville seems to have a pretty good line up front.
Exactly, especially they have a lot of speed on the outside, so those outside runs haven't been working very much. Inside with DeMayo has kind of been the success so far for this Peabody team.
So Peabody out of the huddle once again. Pitch out, breaking tackles. Oh, in for the touchdown, maybe. We'll see.
Fantastic run.
Eric DeMayo on the carry for the Tanners.
DeMayo is really running the ball strong.
On the 1-yard line, they spot the ball.
That will bring up 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
I mean, who do you think they got to punch it in with DeMayo? He's gotten there so far.
Either that or that quarterback keeper. We'll find out if he can run.
Exactly. Something the Patriots should have done last night.
Oh, Peabody, I think, is going to get called for that one.
Flag on the play. It'll be a false start on Peabody.
Oh, wow.
False start.
Interesting. Good.
So both teams are kind of on the jitter side. First game, you expect us.
Yeah, I mean, first game, underneath the lights, I get the jitters, but, you know, those are just mental mistakes that really, especially in the red zone, that hurts you a lot.
As long as it's not a big one.
No, exactly.
DeMayo can pick up 5 yards. Like.
DeMayo, we will see. I mean, that's my bet for who's going to take the rock.
Right up the middle, busting through. Down to about the 2.5 yard line.
Hey, that was a good read by you. That was DeMayo on running the ball.
So they have a second down with 7:15:25 left in the first quarter. No score. Peabody Somerville, first game of the year.
What have your impressions been of Peabody so far on this first drive? I mean, they really are running the ball effectively.
And ball control. Keeping that ball, keeping the clock moving.
I mean, when they run it up the gut, that's where they've had their most success.
DeMayo for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Peabody. Peabody touchdown scored by number 44, Eric DeMayo. With the score now, the Tanner 6 and the Highlanders 0.
So we'll see if they get a decent place kicker to get that extra point.
I mean, that was a pretty easy drive, huh? I mean,
right.
Eric DeMayo, he got the forced fumble. You ride him the whole way. You know, really was kind of an easy drive for the Tanners. Good start.
It'll be Austin Leggett on the try for the Tanners.
Long count. There's a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
Is that another false start?
False start on the offense.
Wow. Coach O'Brien is not happy with that.
Austin Leggett is the kicker.
That's costly. I mean, especially ball's already at the 10. Now they're going to move back 5 yards. Every point counts, especially in high school football.
Let's see if they still kick it or if they go for 2. No, they're going to kick it, and he'll be kicking from the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you have to kick it here.
So we'll see if he's got a good foot.
There's enough leg on the first one. Oh, he's offside.
Leggett's kick is good.
That could have been good from 30.
Yeah.
That was a great kick. I mean, but another, he jumped the gun again for Somerville.
That went at least 15 yards behind the goal.
Oh, yeah, that was a ball.
Now, here's the test for the Tanners to see if they can hold this great offense of Somerville.
Exactly. I mean, that first drive from Somerville was kind of a fluke. I mean, that was a screen pass that got fumbled. But like you said, their quarterback can sling it down the field, an aerial threat.
But don't forget, high school football, a lot of interceptions, a lot of missed catches. And when you have a great quarterback, you need a good catcher, too.
Yeah, you need to have receivers. That's kind of what plagued, I mean, even in the NFL, Tom Brady for all those years when he had Rashay Caldwell and the likes of them, still plagued him. But it's very important. You got to be able to catch the ball. Maybe that's why they're going with the screen passes, just kind of get them warmed up a little bit.
I thought for sure the Patriots, not to get into the Patriots game, I thought they'd be throwing a lot more short passes.
Yeah, they were trying to sling it down the field with Brandon Cooks. I didn't agree with that one bit. We both are not happy about that.
No. Okay, we're all set to kick. Peabody leading 7-0.
Number 2, Gio Pierre. Number 22, Luis Montina. It'll be ready to kick
for Somerville, receiver. A little shot. It's on the 30-yard line. Position on their own 30-yard line. They can do just about anything they want, and we know what they want. They want that pass.
Yep, they want to sling it up. Be surprised how early we'll see the shotgun. You really need to get your quarterback time to read the defense. And the shotgun's really the most dominant way to do that. So we'll see if they. Oh, and speaking of the devil, going to the shotgun.
No huddle, right to the shotgun. trying to turn the corner. And he's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play.
Nice little stretch play there. Good run.
7-yard gain by number 11, Fred Caston. That'll bring up 2nd down for the Highlanders.
I mean, that was just an easy run for Kaskin.
Fred Caston, the ball carrier, picked up a good 7 yards on the play. 2nd down and 3. Right up the middle, but he goes nowhere.
DeMayo again. This kid's a player.
Pretty hard to get these numbers from up here, huh?
But you can just tell him because he's got that linebacker build, and he's all over the field right now.
And that brings up 3rd and 3 for the Highlanders.
So they have yet to pass except for that first series of downs they had.
Kind of taking a little bit of a conservative approach. That's going nowhere.
That goes nowhere. So Somerville will be forced to kick because it's going to be 4th down and 3. No gain.
Down for the Highlanders.
It's kind of an odd series right there.
Yeah, they didn't throw one time, and that's what they're known for.
They did to start out with a stretch play, then they tried to run it up the gut
7,
twice,
Emerson Clem.
and now they got a punt.
Number 2, Elijah White back to receive for the Tanners.
Elijah White back for the Tanners there. Number 2. A high shot kick way back.
Lucky bounce.
And now the Tanners will take over on their own 32-yard line just about. And they are in good field
Emerson
position.
kicks down at the 35-yard line where the Tanners will take over. 1st down.
So they spot the ball right on the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tanners. Corey Theron comes in as the quarterback. Handoff right up the middle once again, but he picks up a yard.
That was number 33, Noah Freeman on the carry for the Tanners. Tackle made by number 8, Anton Smith.
Freeman, the ball carrier that time, and he picked up 2 yards. 2nd down and 8. 4:35 left in the first quarter. Trying to turn a corner. He needs a couple blocks. And he comes close to the 1st down.
That was a great run.
That was number 7, Colton Cole on the carry for the Tanners. Tackle made by number 1, Marcus Thomas. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Tanners.
So a big 3rd down and 1 for the Tanners on their own 44-yard line.
They've done a good job running the ball. I mean, kind of have to stick with that so far. I mean, I would probably expect maybe a stretch play, DeMayo up the middle.
Yeah, if they want short yardage, you know who's going to get the ball.
That's who's in the backfield right now.
Mayo busting holes, still on his feet. They're grabbing the ball, but no luck.
That'll be Eric DeMayo on the carry for the Tanners.
Down to the Somerville 42-yard line.
Nice run of 20 yards.
Islanders made by number 6, Lucas St. Jean.
I mean, he's been the star of this game so far. DeMayo has been absolutely fantastic.
So 1st and 10 for the Tanners. Right down in front of us on the 42-yard line. Oh, and the quarterback gets nailed behind the line of scrimmage.
That was number 11, Colby Terrian on the keeper. Tackle made by number 1, Marcus Thomas. That'll bring up second and
Colby
long
Theron
for the
on the
Tanner.
quarterback
Yeah,
spread.
that was a great read by Marcus Thomas. Play action pass, Colby Therian. Didn't really fool anybody. I mean, you ran 3-4 runs in a row. Monster tried to go with the play action pass, but just great read off the edge, and that was going nowhere.
Lost a good 4 yards on that play. Second down and 14.
We have a timeout on the field.
And this is the first game of the year along with Stephen here.
We ask you to keep the
A little bit green as far as
please
knowing
remain
who
in
the
the
players
stands for the
are.
entire contest.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. The band is really loud out there. They're trying their hardest down there.
But don't be afraid to use it to visit our concession stand at the end of the concourse.
Do you want to
and
take a
help
break
support
sometime, or
the
do you want to kind of
Highlanders.
keep going through it?
Keep going. Yeah.
It's a good start for Peabody. They're really running the ball effectively. Haven't really seen them throw the ball, but I mean, you run, Sept the play action pass. I think they're going to you'll see some aerial threats.
You don't throw it unless you have to. Really.
Exactly. Especially when you're getting so many yards.
Once again, busting tackles. Picking up a good 8 yards.
And that was number 33, Noah Freeman on the carry.
Freeman once again the ball carrier. So we got a good 1-2 punch there.
Absolutely. I mean, you think Freeman, you think you have lightning and thunder, but really he can run the ball hard too. He's a tough tackle. Plus he also plays defensive back, so he knows what to avoid.
He was pretty good last year running the ball, and this year he should be great, really.
He had 567 yards on the ground last year, led the Tanner team. They get him back. He's one of the 3 captains.
Okay, here we go. 3rd down and 7.
We have a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start on the offense.
False start. Once again, one of those simple plays.
You know, it's the first game, we know that, but you can't beat yourself. That's the second false start. First one didn't come back to bite him in the butt.
Penalty results in a 3rd and 11 for the Tanners.
Now we have a 3rd and 11 with 1:30 left in the first quarter.
Oh, that's costly. I mean, you had a manageable third. Now you have 3rd and long. Maybe we'll see they got to try to throw it down the field a little bit, but that's a costly penalty. You can't beat yourself.
There's the pass. And he picks up all of the yards except for about 3 yards short for a first down.
I think we have an encroachment penalty. I saw a flag on the far right side.
That's what I was saying. I don't know if I can.
There was a flag on the play.
We'll see what the flag is. It looked like it could have been a face mask from up here. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
And the official call, as we're gonna.
Looks like it's Peabody's
The call on the
choice.
field is going to be offsides on the defense. That penalty is declined. Nope.
Why would they decline it?
Well,
I mean, if you get a free play, so I mean, what it was 4th and 2. I mean, you didn't get it. Might as well accept it and go for it. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I don't understand that call.
We'll see. Maybe the announcer got it
The
wrong.
call on the field is an offside on the defense.
I think they accepted it because it looks like they're 5 yards
That
removed.
was accepted.
Maybe he didn't catch that ball. Maybe.
For the Tanners.
Busting up the middle, but not getting too far. Maybe picked up a yard.
That was number 33, Noah Freeman on the
Noah
carry.
Freeman once again.
Yep. I mean, they're really trying to, you know.
Tackle made by number 66, Devontae Romaine.
4th and a long 5.
4th and a long 5. Absolutely.
4th and 5 situation for the Tanners.
I mean, you got to punt here, right? You know, you're at midfield, so this is kind of no man's land. I mean, you can try to punt it. I mean, you definitely have enough room to land it within the red zone, or excuse me, within the 20, pin them back. But
well, the ball's on the 37, 38 yard line.
So yeah, I mean that's not in field goal range. That you got to punt or even go for it here.
Rooney number 2, Gio Pierre, back to receive for the Highlanders.
They're going to kick it. Wow.
Smart. Wow. Bad snap.
What was that?
I think that was a bad snap as you saw the long
It
snapper.
rolled right to him.
Yeah, it skipped once or twice. That's not necessarily what you're trying to look for in that situation.
Number 22, Stephen Russell on the carry for the Tanners.
Well, all the talk about what they're going to do.
That play results in a turnover and down. Highlanders ball.
I don't know
first
why
down.
the Tanners didn't go for it.
I mean,
At the end of one quarter.
So at the end of one quarter play, the score is Peabody 7, Somerville 0.
It'll be 14. Elijah Jeffries under center for the Highlanders.
Trying to turn the corner.
That'll be number 11, Fred Caston on the carry for the Highlanders. It'll bring up 2nd and 2.
it's a good run by Caston.
Around the end there that time and surprised the Tanners.
Caston's got a little bit of speed.
A big spread formation.
I mean, when you got a quarterback like that, you got eventually to spread the defense, test them a little bit, throw a long ball once or twice.
There's the pass over everybody's head.
Wow, that was not close.
No.
Elijah Jeffries' pass intended for number 19, Momo Nazier. That pass is incomplete. We'll bring up
I don't think that was intended for anyone.
I mean, you can see a little bit of the arm strength that everyone's been talking about, but yeah, that was not close. But that's his first real pass of the game. So
3rd down and 2 for the Somerville Highlanders. A low snap. He picks up the 1st down.
The Highlander carry by number 11, Fred Caston, results in a Highlander touchdown.
I mean, Sosa got there late. You know, just by the time he made first contact, he was already 5-6 yards down the field.
1st and 10 for the Highlanders on their own on Peabody's 44-yard line.
Somerville's putting a little bit of a drive here together.
Right up the middle. Still on his feet, picks up a good 8 yards.
And that's number 11, Fred Caston again on the carry for the Highlanders.
I mean, that was just poor
No
execution.
huddle for Somerville this time.
They got momentum.
That will result in a 2nd and 1 situation for the Highlanders.
That's a bullet pass.
And that pass is complete.
Jeffries' pass is complete to number 2, Gio Pierre.
I mean, you see the arm a little bit from Jeffries.
First down.
Jeffries' pass got a 1st down.
I mean, that was a nice slant route. The defensive back wasn't
Once
really
again, no huddle. Oh. couple of missed tackles in there,
That's a little
but
bit good casting on the carry for the Highlanders.
Powers had a
picked up a
chance.
good
Second down.
3 yards. 2nd down and 7.
I mean, he had him in the backfield. Powers had a chance to clean up, and he just couldn't get there in time. He had to come around from the back end. That's just some poor tackling on display for Peabody.
So 2nd down and 7. Somerville knocking on the door, trying to tie the ball game up.
Their first real drive they've had all game. A little bit of momentum. Really done it on the ground compared to the aerial attack we thought we were going to see. 5 wide.
Trying to turn the corner once again, and he's brought down. Maybe he picked up a couple of yards.
Jackson again on the carry.
No, it's
Tackle
interesting.
made by number 24, Carlos Hernandez.
Somerville is really setting up the run with the pass. They're going out of the shotgun. They're going out of 5 wide. They're really threatening to throw the ball and just kind of running in between on draw plays and short little in-between routes.
So 3rd down and 1.
How's that fake?
That's Jackson on the carry, but there is a flag on the play.
Falls forward. See what happens here with the flag.
It's got to be either holding or a face mask. Peabody's clapping, so I think it's holding. It's going to be on the left guard as there's great penetration in the backfield.
Be holding on the Highlanders.
So that's a big one.
It's a big one. I mean, Somerville is really moving the ball down the field with ease, and Peabody has a really good defense. That's kind of the strength of this team.
And that's a 10-yard penalty.
That will set him back a little bit.
Remains 3rd down.
3rd down and 11. Definitely a passing down for Somerville. Let's see the spread formation. 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Back to pass right away. He looks like he wants to run with it. And he picks up a couple of yards. That's it.
Great tackle. I mean, that's a good read. He saw the blitz coming up the middle, rolled out to the left. But Peabody, their defensive ends, Cam Powers,
But he loves to run anyway.
he does love to run. He's got some legs. D'Amico with great
4th down and
balance.
9.
They're going to go for it? I mean, this is the definition of no man's land. What is that, a 40-yard field goal? Yeah, you really kind of have to go for it. They don't have a choice. Too short to punt, too far to kick a field goal. See what the Highlanders can do here.
Definitely a passing play. You got to get him.
He's in trouble. Wow.
Wide open. Down to the 5-yard line. What a run.
Great read. Great
They
read.
have to
That's number
contain.
14, Elijah Jeffries on the keeper for the Highlanders.
Man, Jeffries can
That
move.
run results in a Highlander touchdown.
You know he wants to run with it, and why they let him so
It'll be
loose?
1st and goal for the Highlanders from the 4.
1st and goal.
Man,
No
Jeffrey.
huddle once again. They're coming in right at you. And he stopped at about the 1-yard line.
Man, Jeffries is fast. This kid is
That was
electric.
number 1, Marcus Thomas on the carry for the Highlanders. That'll bring up.
He comes up limping though when he comes out of the ball game. Number 1.
Yeah, Marcus Thomas, wide receiver, comes up limp. I didn't see, what do you think he got hurt
There's
blocking?
a timeout on the field. Timeout Highlanders with 6:52 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Let's go the Highlanders 0, the Canners 7.
So Somerville's already lined up with no huddle.
7-0, 6:52
And we'll
in
see
the
what they
second.
bring. 2nd down and 1. And he's going to be in for the touchdown.
That's number 11, Fred Caston on the carry. And that run results in a Highlander touchdown.
That was easy.
Yeah, they made that look easy.
I mean, Caston and Jeffries.
Somerville is not just a passing team, they're a good running team also.
I mean, Caston and Jeffries, really, they just kind of ran it down the throat of Peabody. Not inside, they're kind of doing the running on the outside, really using their length and their speed to get to the edge.
7, Emerson Clem.
Here's the extra point for Somerville. And the kick is good, so it's 7 of 7 with 6:40 left in the first half.
6:49 left in the half. The score now: the Highlanders 7, the Tanners 7.
What? I don't know if I can get him from this angle, man.
So here's Peabody going to receive the first kickoff. And they're all ready. So if the Tanners can move the ball like they've been moving, they have 6 minutes left in the half to try and get another score on the board.
I mean, there's enough time to get another drive in there for Peabody. They should be able to move the ball down the field, stick with the running game. He's excited.
Nice long kick. And into the end zone and out of the end zone.
Wow, what a kick. That kid's got a leg.
Clem's kick came to the back of the end zone, resulting in a touchback. The Tanners will take over at the 20-yard line. First down.
First down and 10 for the Tanners on their own 20-yard line. They have 80 yards to go in 6 minutes.
I think they can do that. I mean, they've been running the ball a lot lately, so that's kind of stick with what works, right? Stick with what works. You keep running, you set the play action pass. Colby Therian's a sophomore. This is his first game. You're trying to kind of break him in, but he's got a cannon.
Okay, here we go, out of the huddle.
It'll be number 11, Colby Therian under center for the Tanners.
And running for a first down.
Eric,
That's going to be number 38, Jake Souza on the carry for the Tanners.
Jake Souza, the linebacker turned fullback.
That results in a first down.
He's a junior. Great run right there.
He picked a good 10-yard pickup, first and 10. So that's really moving the ball quick.
Hey, that's a good way to start the drive right there. There you go. Now you're in kind of good field position. You already got a successful play. You get it moving. It's a drive starter.
Once again, moving forward, picking up a good 7 or 8 yards.
Wow, he's a tough runner. He is a tough, violent runner. Souza's still staying with the middle attack. He's just really using his strength, his power, his lower body control to just force his way through.
Gets a lousy spot out of that. Picked up about 6 yards.
Yeah, I thought I got a little bit more than that. I thought it was probably going to get 7, but his knee must have touched a little earlier before that.
Tanners quickly come out of the huddle. Oh, met in the backfield.
Wow.
The Highlander tackle in the backfield made by number 1, Marcus Thomas.
Wow.
That guy's all over the field.
Yeah, he's been all over the field.
Bring up
He read that from the
third
get-go.
down for the Tanners.
They tried to fake the jet sweep off right. He just exploded through the middle of the line. What a great tackle. Wow, that was
Well, they
violent.
got a 3rd down and 7. Let's see if they can pass.
Yeah. You know what, most likely because you want to break in Colby Therian, probably expect if they do a pass, it might be a slant and out, something nice and easy.
Back to pass.
The Terrian pass intended for number 4, Kokuzi.
incomplete.
That's a tough pass though. He's a lefty. He's rolling to his right. Got to go across the body, set himself to make the throw. That's I mean, it was open, but that's kind of a tough play call right there. I would expect him to roll the other way.
Two guys were wide open there, so Peabody's forced to kick right away, and Somerville will end up with the ball in good field position.
Hey, the last time Peabody did that, they had trouble with the snap. Let's see if they can get that off, because they're in dangerous position if they can't get this punt off correctly.
It'll be number 2, Gio Pierre, back to receive for the Highlanders.
Nice snap. A high but short kick. And he's hit at the 42-yard line.
Tackle for the Tanners made by number 5, Nolan Murphy.
That was a great. That was a.
And there's Nolan Murphy playing his defensive game once again.
That's a great play by Nolan Murphy, starting cornerback, playing special teams as well on the gunner. He had discipline, great tackle. That looked a little dangerous from the start, so that was a good play by Nolan Murphy to really kind of tone it down a little bit and be able to make that tackle.
His Somerville right away, ready to go with no huddles all the time.
I mean, that's what worked last time. Might as well stay with it.
Trying to turn the corner. There's a flag.
Jackson on the carry.
It's got to be holding.
By number 52, Dave Kaba, but there is multiple flags on the play.
It looks like it's against Somerville.
Yeah, it's got to be. You know, Kaba made a great play of taking on a couple blockers. He's also the starting center, but that's got to be holding.
The first call is going to be a holding on the offense.
So that'll be first down and 20.
Yeah, it's a drive. That's a drive stopper right there. That's not
back to the 34-yard line.
You know, I mean, he had the lane, he had the coverage. I mean, the hold was almost unnecessary, but still, he felt the need to get his hand out there and really kind of put Somerville in a hole now.
Once again, this is a passing down.
And they can
the way
sling
Somerville's lined up. There's a long bomb.
Elijah Jeffries' pass is complete to number 2, Gio Pierre.
Wow.
That pass results in a Highlander first down.
He's quite a receiver, that number 2,
Yeah,
Pierre.
That was a great. That's how to go up and get it right there. But I thought the quarterback for Peabody, I think it was Noah Murphy. He had position. You got to get your head around. You got to make that stop. But you see the arm that Jeffries has. That's why he's going to UConn.
So 4 minutes left in the quarter. Busting up the middle, picking up 2 or 3 yards. The Somerville running back.
That's number 11, Fred Caston on the carry for the Highlanders.
Caston and Jeffries have really been fantastic for Somerville so far. The Highlanders are moving the ball with ease on a relatively good Peabody Tanners defense.
What an arm by that quarterback, huh?
Wow, yeah, I mean, that's why he's going to UConn, right? Full ride. Lefty, though. 2 lefty quarterbacks. You don't really see that often.
Back to pass. Down to the 20-yard line, but he's hit right away.
Complete to number 17, Tyler Whitney Sidney.
I mean, that was an easy hitch.
That'll bring up
3rd and 3.
third down for the Highlanders.
Peabody needs to stop here. They need to lean on their pass rush, which has really been kind of non-existent so far, especially Cam Powers, one of the senior captains on this team.
A long count. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage.
That was number 11, Fred Caston on the carry.
Number 11 for
Tackle
Somerville.
made for the Tanners by number 59, Daniel Canella.
As I was saying,
4th and 3 for the Highlanders.
they need a pass rush. That's a huge play by Canella. Bust through the line, make a tackle. The Tanners desperately needed a play, tackle for a loss.
Okay,
Good
here's a
play.
big 4th down and a long 3.
This is a big stop right here. This is a big play. Still enough time to make a drive. 2 minutes left.
Long count, trying to get the Tanners offside. But Somerville calls on timeout.
Yeah, they've been doing that a lot.
Timeout on the field. Timeout Highlanders. With 1:53 remaining in the half. The score of the Somerville Highlanders 7, the Peabody Tanners 7.
Good discipline by Peabody. I mean, this is a huge play right here. There's 2 minutes left. They're in the red zone. You really need to stop. So, you know, why not try to draw them on?
Twenty-second timeout for Somerville. They come back on the field, ready to go. And
Great
he's
play.
hit.
Ball! What a play. What a play by Peabody.
Yeah,
You
and
needed that.
That was their quarterback. They wanted to run real bad, and he got hit in the backfield.
Great forced fumble. That's a second turnover forced by Peabody so far.
The Tanners will take over at the 20-yard line. First down.
At minute 47, there's still time for a drive. Another great play by the Peabody Tanners defense. Bend but don't break in the red zone. Force a turnover. See if they can drive the ball down the field.
No mistakes, but 1:47 left. You don't want any mistakes. So I don't know if they're gonna. Well, it's a spread formation, so it looks like a pass play. But right up the middle.
You know, they got to be very conservative with these plays. You want to try to run to the outside. Therefore, maybe you can force a fumble, or you can get it out of bounds. Running up the middle, that just wastes clock.
Nolan Freeman picked up 3 yards on the play.
I don't really understand that play call. You want to try to run something to the outside.
That brings up second down for the Tanners.
Second down and 7. Another big spread formation.
Probably they might do a draw
Everyone
here.
expecting a pass. We'll see what happens.
Timeout, Peabody.
We have a timeout on the field. Timeout Tanners.
Peabody takes the timeout. Their first timeout of the whole half.
They should have took that 30 seconds ago.
Right.
You know what it is? It is very loud up here, though, as we are, you know, sitting next to some of the assistant coaches. I heard defensive backs go Matt O'Brien trying to call for a timeout, but it's very loud, it's very windy, and we are on top of the booth right here to get the best view. So
Now that was a wholesale changes for the Tanners.
Yes.
They had players coming in and out, so we'll see what to expect from this.
They
this
had
play.
to, yeah. I mean, you didn't want to get 12 men on the field. You want to kind of, you know, you can't set yourself back, especially when you're trying to drive the ball down with 1 minute, 10 seconds left on the clock.
And he's going to be hit in the backfield. That play didn't work.
Tried to do a toss sweep to the right. Noah Freeman. Somerville had very good. They have a lot of speed on this team, so the edge rushers really read that well. Loss of 6.
Loss for the Tanners. Tackle made by number 13, Kelly Alphonse for the
So that was about a 6-yard loss.
At some point, you got to try to throw the football down the field. I mean, we know Colby Therian's a sophomore. This is his first game starting for the Tanners. But, you know, or let him go in the shotgun. He can run. But
on the field.
You got to mix it up. Yeah, at the same time, though, there's only about 1 minute left, 55 seconds.
Right.
Try to run it out.
They're going to just kill the clock.
Who got the ball to start?
Huh?
Oh, no.
There's a fumble on the play.
Wow.
The fumble is recovered by the Highlanders.
Wow,
Number 5, Pedro Montero.
When we talked about the young sophomore quarterback couldn't handle the snap properly, and that is a very, Very
Ball's
costly
on the
turnover.
22-yard line.
Very costly turnover for Peabody.
First down.
They'll have about 3 or 4 plays if they can bang it into the end zone.
And I think they have at least 1 or 2 timeouts left. So Somerville, who just fumbled in the red zone, gets the ball back. Very costly turnover by Colby Therian, the sophomore quarterback.
Now we'll see what this quarterback does. He's got quite an arm, and he's faking the throw, and he's going to try and run, but he's going to get hit for a loss.
Looks like Cam Powers was in there.
And that only took 5 seconds off the clock.
Keeper.
I mean,
Tackle made by number 52, Abe Caba. We got another timeout on the field for the Highlanders. We score the Highlanders 7, the Tanners 7.
The ball spotted on the 24-yard line.
that's just a great read by Caba. He saw that the quarterback didn't really even threat that he's going to throw the ball. Bull rush the middle, gets a tackle for a loss. He's really performed well, this Caba kid. He's had a couple tackles for a loss, and he's also the center on the offensive line, so he's really made way for some good running holes for Freeman and for Eric DeMeo.
So 45 seconds left in the half.
I mean, the ball's on the 25. You keep him relatively around here. That's a long kick. Let's see if the Tanner defense can save this team one more time.
Here we go.
Jeffrey's in the shotgun.
That's number 11 carrying the ball.
That's number 11, Fred Caston on the carry for the Highlanders.
Caston's been great so far this game. Very effective running the ball through the middle.
You get number 53, Chris Glasson on the tackle for the Tanners.
Here's another play.
Third down.
Trying to turn the corner, number 11 once again, but he's hit. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe picks up a yard.
Good discipline by Noel Murphy on the end. He saw that the reverse was going to come around, or excuse me, the handoff was going to come around. He stayed disciplined, forced it back inside. And we got about 15 seconds left.
18 seconds remaining in the half with the score. The Tanners 7, the Highlanders 7. Fourth down coming up.
Big fourth down. They're trying to try a field goal, and he's quite a kicker. And that's going to be wide. Oh, it's good. Wow.
Everton's kick is good.
Wow.
I think it hit.
That field goal results.
I think it hit the top of the crossbar on the
Yeah.
bottom.
Highlanders 10, the Tanners 7.
I don't know if that would. I'm very confused. I don't know necessarily. I thought that was short. Interesting.
So now Somerville leads 10-7
Costly,
with 12
costly
seconds
fumble.
left.
Costly fumble by Colby Therian. Now this Tanner defense has been on the field a lot. He's looked good so far, but just a couple mental mistakes. It is the first game of the year, and this is his first ever game he started at the varsity level.
Another long kick down to about the 10-yard line.
We have a fumble on the field.
Wow.
Somerville's ball, fumble.
That fumble recovered by the Highlanders.
That's
They will
just
take over on first down.
2 seconds left.
that's just unexcusable. It's a kickoff. You have to get the ball. That's a fumble. This is not a punt. Mental mistakes killing the Tanners so far. That was a
Well,
tough
mistakes are really hurting the Tanners.
and they're going to go for another field goal.
Clems again to attempt the field goal.
Another field goal.
I mean, Kites he's got a boot for a leg. You just saw the last field goal easily made it from 30 plus in the kickoff, so this should be a chip shot for him. About 25-yarder.
And that's good. So 2 field goals.
Kick is good.
You can't
So
be
that
giving
means-
free points. You can't be giving free points,
No.
especially.
We'll give it a half. The score is Somerville Highlanders 13, the Tanner 7.
So 16-7, Los Osmo. We'll be right back with first half action and first half stats and second half action.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels.
The kickoff goes back to Peabody down the 2-yard line, running up to about the 15 and being met by a host of tacklers from Somerville. So Peabody has the ball to start the second half, and they have to get their scoring shoes on.
They need to start dancing is really what they need to do. You know what? They ran the ball. The first drive of the game was so effective. They just need to stick with the formula, stop making mental mistakes, and just kind of take care of the ball.
Cal Theron, the quarterback. Let's see if he can untrack these Tanners.
Well, the kick return to the 15-yard line where the Tanners will take over first down.
First and 10 for the Tanners on their own 15. First play of the second half. Right up the middle, busting tackle, still on his feet. And he's still on his feet. He could go all the way, but there's 3 or 4 Somerville guys, and he carries the ball all the way into Somerville territory, down to about the 47-yard line.
I mean, that's what we said.
So Eric DeMayo, as big as he is, shows plenty of speed.
Man, he's got agility. That's a great burst. Stiff arm down the sideline. That's what Peabody needs. He was the catalyst in that first touchdown drive. Great run by DeMayo.
Yeah, and
number 11, Colby Therian, under center for the Tanners.
Colby Therian, the quarterback.
What a great, now that is a drive starter. That's the definition of a drive starter.
Timeout on the field, timeout Highlanders.
Oh, wow. That's an early timeout that had to be burned.
Yeah.
We just started the second half.
Something the coach didn't like. He called the timeout from the sidelines.
I mean, but this early, wouldn't you rather take a big play than waste a timeout? I mean, this is going to be a close game down to the end.
So the Tanners, first and 10 on the Somerville's 47-yard line. Once again, right up the middle, picking up 3 or 4 or 5 yards.
He's just such a bulldozer. DeMayo just is such a physical presence.
And that was number 44, Eric DeMayo on the carry.
So he picked up a good 5 yards. Second down and 5.
That's what works. Somerville's got speed. Noah Freeman has him working.
Right.
Run it up the gut.
Theron comes in with a play.
I mean, plus that helps Therian out too. Just hand the ball off, then sets up the play action pass.
Still busting tackle, trying to turn the corner. Somerville gets the ball. Oh, this is not good. That was Eric DeMayo on the fumble.
The Highlanders, number 2, Gio Pierre.
There's that number 2 once again.
Gio Pierre, good rip, but just Eric DeMayo, I mean, he was almost down. He's fighting for extra yards. Ball control has been the issue of the game so far, and that is just a knife in the gut. Great first couple plays, and you turn the ball over like that.
Just when you think they're going to move the ball.
The Highlanders will take over at the 39-yard line, first down.
And that's not like Eric to go wide like that. He went way wide.
No, he had a good read. He tried to make too much out of something, and it ended up costing him.
Still on his feet, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, DeMayo's mad now, so he busted through that line of scrimmage. You know, it's gang tackling. You try to hold on for dear life till somebody else comes in and picks it up. But no one got off blocks. That's why he got back to the line of scrimmage. Good initial burst by DeMayo, trying to make up for his fumble.
So second down and 11.
Number 81, Cam Powers for the Tanners in on the tackle.
Powers cleaned up where DeMayo started. It's the first time we've heard Powers' name tonight. He needs to get involved, get off that pass rush.
Okay, second and 11, Somerville. The first man through picks up about 4 yards.
And that's Caston again on the carry.
Man, Caston, that was just a great agility, shutter step from the side.
Number 44, Eric DeMayo in on the tackle.
Showing great agility.
35 for the Highlanders.
This is a big play for Peabody. I mean, you can stop the bleeding here, somehow formulate a drive, take care of the ball.
So third down and a big third down play.
Great tackle.
And he's hit, and he's not going to get the first down, so Somerville is going to be put into a kicking situation.
Great tackle.
Again.
Great tackle.
So fourth down and 3.
Number 59, Daniel Canoa. That'll bring up a fourth down for the Highlanders.
Canoa with a great play. I mean, he's been all over the field tonight for the defense. Been really one of the best players so far.
Fourth down, and they're going for it.
I mean, it's only fourth and a couple. Almost flagged for encroachment.
They're trying to drop Peabody offside. Now they call for timeout. Now they'll kick it.
Timeout on the field. Timeout Highlanders with 7:48 remaining in the third quarter.
That was a play to try and draw them offside.
The Highlanders 13.
I mean, it's 7:48. You just used 2 timeouts. That's not smart clock management. I mean, for that one, you kind of have to. You don't want to turn over the ball over. You want to try to draw them off sides, but, Somerville is burning timeouts early. Something to keep in mind going down the stretch.
It'll be Clem's on the punt.
This kid's got a cannon for a leg.
And looked like it went into the end zone.
Lucky break for Peabody. Lucky break for Peabody.
There, Emerson Clem's kick will be down to the end zone.
Right, so the Tanners will get the ball on their own 20-yard line, and they'll have to start all over again.
Tanners will take over at the 20-yard line, first down.
All right, even though DeMayo fumbled, you got to go back to him. You know what I mean? He's a strong-willed kid, the leader of this team.
Give him the ball up the middle. Forget that end run.
Yeah, forget the end run. Get him up the middle, even though he had the long run. That was originally from the middle, busted outside. Go back to him. He can get over the mental mistakes he had. And he's in the backfield now.
Picked up a good 5 yards on the play.
Man, how to make something out of nothing. There was already a defender in the backfield before he started. Gets a couple.
5 yards on the carry for number 44, Eric DeMayo.
Once again, Eric DeMayo picking up 5 good yards.
I mean, Somerville's jumping the gun. Shouldn't they should do a hard count, try to draw them offside. That worked very early in the game on the first 2 drives. See if they try to do that.
Back to pass, and once again, and he hands it off, and DeMayo looked like it was DeMayo.
DeMayo again on the carry. Tackle made by number 8, Anton Smith.
So it'll be third down and 3.
Got some extracurriculars on the sideline between the wide receiver and the defensive back. A little bit of a scuffle, good blocking, but DeMayo just keep pounding the rock. Eventually, people are not going to want to run into him and tackle him. Those arm tackles are going to go away. He's such a powerful and dominant runner. Just feed the beast.
Big third down play now. Third down and shot.
Noah Freeman
3.
in the backfield.
Right up the middle. Still on his feet. Down to about the 40-yard line.
Correction, that's
DeMayo comes out of the ball game.
You know that this kid
So it's
plays
a first
both,
down
Results in a Tanner first down.
on their own 42-yard line.
He plays both sides of the field. I mean, this is what talk about an engine. Doesn't take a play off. Great run. Just a bulldozer. One of these times, set up the play action pass, sling it down the field.
Six minutes left in the third quarter. Trying to turn the corner, cuts inside. Picks up a good 5 or 6 yards.
That was number 33, Noah Freeman on the carry.
Freeman once again, number 33.
I mean, you got
Tackle
two
made by number 3, Henry Augustin.
2 and 3 effective running backs.
2nd and 5
You
for the Tanners.
just keep pounding. You know what I mean? The offensive line, they're attacking, they're not regressing in pass block. Eventually, Somerville's going to get tired, and you see that so far. Running ball has been very effective for this Tanner squad.
Okay, second down and 5. Got to keep the ball moving. Right up the middle, still on his feet. Picks up a couple more yards. He gets to the 50-yard line. So it'll be a big third down and 3 once again.
I mean,
Maybe 2.
I mean, they ran outside, ran inside. You know, that was Jacob Souza with another good run. I mean, he's been the effective third running back.
Security's on the carry for the Tanners. Tackle made by number
3rd down and 2.
They got the I formation. Looks like it might be another run.
And he's going to be close to the first down.
Oh, I don't really know if I like that spot. I thought he got kind of tackled into the first round marker.
DeMayo on the carry for the
But
Tanners.
Somerville, they're putting 8 in the box. They know it's running the ball. They're going to blitz all the way.
That's going to bring up 4th and short for the Tanners.
Yeah, so let's see what the Tanners can do with this, and they have to go for it because they are trailing 16-7, 13-7, excuse me. So they do need a touchdown.
The scoreboard's pretty far away. You got good eyes. I mean, hard count.
Big play right now. Let's see if they can get the first down. Man, it looks like they got it.
Great call. Uh-oh.
It'll be number 11, Colby Therian on the keeper.
Great call.
Quarterback keeper.
Quick snap, boom, get it, go, get the first down. That's a much needed. Plus, they need to get some of these defensive players rest. They've been on the field a long time. You need a scoring drive. Couple effective runs. Just keep chipping away.
Somerville asked for a measurement, I guess, and
I mean, I thought he definitely got it. Why are we even doing a measurement? As defensive backs coach Matt O'Brien looks at me.
yeah, it's over the length of a football, over.
I mean, that was no-brainer. First down, Tanners.
Therian's run results in a Tanner first down.
I thought that spot. I thought he easily got it. I'm surprised it was that close, but
Now the Tanners have to try and develop a play with Freeman to go outside because I think they're literally blocking up the middle.
And plus, DeMayo plays both, both sides of the ball. You can't be running with him all the time. Freeman was the leading rusher a year ago, 567 yards on the ground. He is a bruiser, and he's got some speed. I mean, Somerville is just teeing off right now. They know what's coming.
The tackle made by number 78, Quincy Bouquet.
So he lost about a yard on the play.
Quincy DePage with a great read. I mean, he just kind of threw his blocker off, stayed at home, just kind of let DeMayo come to him. DeMayo's getting a lot of the snaps in the second half.
Right.
The first half, you only got really the first 2 drives and went to Freeman, they went to the third and fourth backs. Now they're really relying on the dark horse right now to kind of lead them and get them through the game.
I expect a nice shot pass this time.
We
How's
would
that?
like to see one. We want to see a pass. We want to see the ball from down the. We know Jeffries on the other side can sling it.
Now it's going to be another big third down and about 6.
Fullback draw. Those quick runs are tough on a defense, especially if they're tired. I mean, this is a nice, long, developing drive. Wind them down a little bit. Keep Jeffries off the field. Keep him on the sideline.
That's a different ball carrier. Souza was the ball carrier that time.
Yep.
Picked up a good 6 yards on the
I
play.
like Souza. He's a small, stocky kid. He's not as big as DeMayo, but he plays linebacker next to DeMayo. You just keep pounding the rock. Eventually, it sets up the play action pass and a long run.
Up the middle, picked up a couple of yards, and that's it. So it's going to be another big 4th down play.
I mean, if Therian just kind of pulled that
4th
out.
and 5.
Derek DeMayo on the carry for the Tanners. Tackle made by number 78, Quincy Bouquet.
4th down and 5.
Another big 4th down. I mean, we'll see what the Tanners can do creatively, on this 4th and 5. I mean, I don't think the inside run is going to be very effective. You can't quarterback sneak. It's got to either be an outside run with Freeman.
We don't want to see a stop here because someone will get the ball in good field position.
They will. They'll get about the 43-yard line. There.
So he got the first down on a nice pass. Freeman gets the ball. And he made a nice catch out of it and a good throw.
I watched Therian, I watched Freeman run that same route. Nice swing route, effective. He's running out to his left where he's comfortable. He's a lefty. He can step, plant, throw. Easy throw for Therian. And that's a crucial 4th down. Keep the drive rolling.
Right. The ball's on the 35-yard line. Somerville 35. 1st and 10 for the Tanners. They just got to keep moving the ball with the clock moving.
That's key. You're winding down the clock. We have about 50 seconds left on the clock. 13-7. Tanners are trailing, but they are driving. Woo-hoo!
Derek DeMayo on the carry.
Flag on the play. There's something there.
We have a flag on the play.
That was a great run. It might have been a hold on the outside, but whoo, that's how you finish a run right there. Lead with the shoulders.
Against Peabody, it's going to be a big one.
Oh, that is a bummer, but physical run by DeMayo, just not effective, smart blocking. Looks like he held a little bit of the jersey. I think it might be one of the wide receivers on the outside.
That flag is a holding on the Tanners.
That's costly.
That is a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 15.
Bring up 1st and long for the Tanners.
1st and 15?
1st and 15.
Ooh. You got to get a good chunk back. That's not going to do it.
That's number 44, Eric DeMayo again on the carry. And that's number 78, Quincy Bouquet in on the tackle.
DeMayo on another ball carry, and he just picked up about 2 or 3 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 13.
You know what, the guard, the left guard, did not do a good job getting off his block. Michael Locke.
The score, the Peabody Tanner 7, your Somerville Highlanders 13.
The linebacker was just sitting there waiting for him. The inside runs now because they've done it
I
7,
hope
8 times.
this isn't a sign of what's going to happen because touchdowns have been rare for the Tanners.
Exactly, especially when you know they had 3 turnovers so far, including a fumble on the kickoff. DeMayo fumbled, Colby Therian fumbled, and we also had a butchered snap on the punt, which led to a turnover on downs. So turnovers have really plagued this Tanner team so far. They need to overcome those challenges in order to put a winning product on the field.
Isn't that what the high school football is all about, though?
So it's the first game of the season. We know it's going to be a little sloppy.
Looks like a pass play now.
Trips to the left.
3 wideouts. DeMayo was a keeper, and he picks up maybe a yard.
That's DeMayo.
That didn't fool anyone.
No, it did not. It did not.
Have a flag on the play.
Uh-oh, another flag. I didn't see where it came from. That's another holding penalty. That's going to really put the Tanners in a deep hole.
And it's against the Tanners.
Oh, man. I think that's a holding play. I didn't see who it was on, though. It had to be on one of the interior linemen, maybe Michael Locke.
So it'll be 2nd down and about 25.
It's going to be 2nd and long for the Tanners.
What a tackle.
Variant pass complete to number 33, Noah Freeman, with the tackle made by number 1, Marcus Thomas.
Marcus Thomas.
That brings up 3rd and long for the Tanners.
He's been all over the field, huh?
Yeah.
Marcus Thomas has been fantastic for Somerville. Open field tackling. It's hard. That's one of the hardest things to do for a defender, especially when the guy's got space.
Wholesale changes for the Tanners right now.
Three in the backfield.
The ball's intercepted.
Pierre pass is intercepted by number 2, Gio Pierre.
Gio Pierre, that's number 2
The
there.
Islanders will take over the 25-yard line. First down.
I mean, play action pass, about time, but it's in double coverage. You know, Pierre didn't really have to do much. He just had to turn around, stick his hands up, and go make the play. I mean,
I don't like those Hail Marys.
No, I mean,
I'd rather see a nice shot pass.
yeah, I don't disagree with the call. I like the call. Play action pass, take a shot down the field, but you have double coverage. You can't force that ball in there. And that's the 4th turnover by this Tanner squad already.
Somerville has just about, except for the first quarter, mistake-free.
They haven't beat themselves. I mean, they had a lot of encroachment penalties, but they haven't turned the ball over, really. Their defense is making plays. You have to give them credit. That's going nowhere.
That's number 11, Fred Caston on the carry for the Highlanders.
They finally
Tackle made by number 53.
They finally stopped Caston for once. They got behind the line of scrimmage. Caston's been killing them so far this game.
He lost about 3 yards in the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 13.
That's going to bring up 2nd and long for the Highlanders.
The defense has played well. I mean, despite the fact of the circumstances that they were given, you know, a couple easy turnovers in the red zone, this game should be a lot closer.
Back to pass. Oh,
man.
And he's tackled at about the 10-yard line.
Jeffrey's pass completes to number 6, Lucas St. Jean.
Man, Lucas St. Jude
And
has
that
got
pass results
wheels.
in a Highlander first down.
I mean, that's just an easy slant pass by Jeffries. St. Jude took it. He had the speed on the outside. Tough play. Great play. Great throw by Jeffries. He hit him in stride, but that's just an easy slant route, and then just rely on the speed. Somerville's knocking on the door.
Long count once again.
Great tackle.
Lost about 3 or 4 yards in the play.
It's a fantastic open field
The
tackle.
center tackle made by number 34, Tyler Norman.
He gets a good
That brings
spot.
up 2nd and 11.
You know what?
Highlanders.
Lost only 2 yards on the play.
Norman, fought off the stiff arm, able to finish with a nice form tackle. Now, this Tanner defense is a work in progress. You have a lot of young sophomores. You have a lot of, guys playing new roles. But if you can teach tackling and tackle like that, they'll be all right. But they really need to stop the passes where they've been hurt so far in this game.
Trying to turn the corner.
That's a horrible tackle.
Right. That was that quarterback.
Isaac Jeffries on the keeper. Tackle made by
Quarterback
number 5,
keeper.
Nolan Murphy for the Tanners.
Picked up a good 7 yards on the play.
Situation for the Highlanders.
Master Mateo
So
did
now
not want to
it's a
tackle
3rd and
on that
6.
play. He did not want to tackle on that play. He said transfer, but that was just a poor effort on the outside.
Back to pass.
Wow.
Incomplete. I'm sure they're going to go for a field goal now. You watch.
I mean, their kicker's got a
Yeah,
leg. I mean,
that will put them in a good lead.
that will put them in a 2-score lead. It'll be 16-7.
Tyler Whitney Sidney
But
And that's what they're going to do.
is
They're
incomplete.
going after a field goal.
I mean, Jeffries has got an arm for Somerville, but they run the same play. They run the slant and they run the go route. He missed that by at least 3 yards.
The Emerson Clemens on the kick for the Highlanders.
And that's right through the uprights. He's quite a kicker.
He is quite a
Emerson
kicker.
Clemens' kick is good. With the score now, the Peabody Tanners 7, the Somerville Highlanders 16.
So now the Tanners need 2 scores.
2 scores with not a lot of time left. 6 minutes, 32 seconds on the clock. Down 16-7. Turnovers and the ability to stop the pass have really been the catalyst for this Tanner team.
I can't remember the last time Somerville beat Peabody. We're going back a few years.
I mean, this PB in the last 10 games, opening games, are 5-5. This might tilt that in a negative direction. They have a lot of work to do with not a whole lot of time. We saw Colby Theron, he has that arm. The decision making wasn't as good, but he can, move the ball down the field. An ugly, ugly third quarter. Well, the kicker's pumped up. It's a big return.
Yep, down to the 30-yard line. Good return.
By number 7, Colton Cole for the Tanners.
Good
They will
return.
take over at the 31-yard line.
But now the Tanners, the clock is not in their favor. They have to move the ball quick.
And what have they been doing the entire game? Running the ball, which is not good for clock management. They're going to have to try eventually to move the ball down the field with Colby Therian, the sophomore quarterback, making his debut for the Tanners on the varsity level. We know he's got the arm. Right. He just needs to be able to have the right receivers and the right plays. He's going out of the shotgun now. No mystery what they need to do.
Carry the ball up to the 36-yard line.
Arian's pass complete to number 22, Declan Russell.
First time I heard
That was
Declan.
number 1, Marcus Thomas, in on the tackle for the Highlanders. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 4 for the Tanners.
First time we heard Declan Russell's name today, but they've only attempted 5 passes, so.
I like those short passes, and if he can only break away, if the receiver could break away for the more.
I mean, it wasn't the sharpest ball by Therian, but still effective.
Over his head.
Arian's pass.
You gotta make that throw.
22, Declan Russell is incomplete.
You got to make that throw. I mean,
3rd and 5 for the Tanners.
Declan Russell, not the biggest wide receiver. A little overthrow, a little overzealous, but you got to make that. There was no pressure in his face. You got to make that throw.
Now,
Arian's pass intended for number 9, Dylan Calypso.
this is what happens when you don't pass the whole game, and then you try and pass.
And then you try to force it. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, the running attack was effective.
This is certainly 4th down.
Calypso.
4th down and 5, and the Tanners are going to have to go for it because the clock is not in their favor.
You know, that was it has not been. Colby Therian hasn't been that impressive on that last drive. We know he's got great legs. The one thing about him that's different than Janelle Espinel is that when he gets in trouble, he can run away.
On the field.
This is his first game. This is the big play right here. This is the game. If Peabody doesn't get it, this is the game. So we'll see.
Highlanders 16.
I mean, he's getting good protection. It's not like he has a lot of pressure. He's just going to have to make some of these throws.
55 left in the game, 16-7. Somerville leads. A big upset right at the first ball game. And it looked like it was caught for a first down.
Good play by Somerville. I mean, Therian rolling to his left.
I guess not incomplete pass.
Arian's pass is incomplete.
It should have been picked
And
off.
that play results in a turnover and downs.
Very dire situation for Peabody.
Over at the 36-yard line, first down.
They need a turnover or something to happen, or a very quick stop, because time is not their friend right now. 5:49 left, down multiple scores.
I don't think Somerville will be passing that much, so there won't be any interception.
One can hope. Uh-oh.
Turning the corner, number 8 for Somerville, picking up a good 8 yards.
Henry Augustin on the carry for the Highlanders.
Oh, they got the backup running back Augustin in. I mean, that's a draw off the shotgun. They really like to do that. They like to, Somerville in the shotgun, threaten the pass, have the run. It's been very effective so far. It spreads Peabody out.
2nd and 3 for Somerville. He stumbles forward, but I don't think he got the first down. He has to reach the 25-yard line.
Oh, wow, he's hurt. He's banged up.
Injury timeout right here.
Caston's hurt. I mean, he's been very good so far today, but you saw him go down, tweak the knee a little bit. He is struggling to get off the field. Not a good sign what you want to see, especially at the end of a game when this one's pretty much in hand.
And that was number 1, Marcus Thomas on the carry for the Highlanders.
Number 1,
He runs the ball now?
ball carrier, but he didn't get the first down, so now it's 4th down and 1. Big play for the Tanners.
4th and 1 for the Highlanders. We have a timeout on the field. Timeout Tanners.
Peabody used their first timeout. And it was interesting, we were talking about this earlier. Somerville on the first drive of the second quarter used 2 timeouts. We thought that might have a dire consequence at the end of the game. However, due to certain circumstances, that's not necessary.
So it's a long 1-yard line pickup they need for a first down, and they could ice the game if they got the first down.
Yep, exactly. Peabody only has a couple timeouts left. However, they can let the clock run, and they're almost in field goal range. We know their kicker has an absolute cannon for a leg, as he's already had 3 field goals so far in this game.
I believe he got the first down, though.
That's number 3, Henry Augustin on the carry for the Highlanders. And that run results in a Highlander first down.
That might be the game right there. Peabody defensively has been okay stopping the run, but Jeffries has really hurt them through the air, and especially with his feet. He had a 30-yard run in the first quarter.
Their offense is a whole stinker. 7 points, you can't win a ball game.
No, but you know what? They had a couple turnovers in the red zone. Young quarterback. There's a lot of room to learn. Oh, you got
Henry Augustin on the carry again for the Highlanders.
Flag on the play.
But there is a flag on the play.
Can't see what the call is yet, waiting for the ref. They're not moving anybody back.
Against Somerville.
It's got to be holding on Tyler Whitney Sweeney. He was out there battling on the corner with Nolan Murphy. But unfortunately, with 3:50 left, 16-7, it's not going to make that big of a difference.
The Tanners need a miracle.
That play is going to be holding on the Highlanders. Let them move them back.
You need a fumble, scoop, score.
The penalty is refused. So, which was a good call because now they don't get the down.
Decline the penalty. It'll bring up 2nd down for the Highlanders.
2nd and 12.
That's odd. It makes sense. They don't want to waste the down. They don't have time.
And there's another touchdown.
Touchdown, Highlanders. Elijah Jeffries pass complete to number 6, Lucas St. Jude.
That's the dagger right there. Jeffries, slant pass. It's the end of the game.
And that was a bullet. That pass was a bullet.
Yeah, he can throw it long, but he's got a cannon.
The Highlanders 22, Peabody 7.
I mean, the majority of his completions have been on the slant, and there's just speed for days. Are you kidding me? Wow, really? They're going to do, it's 22-7 that they just tried to do a fake extra point?
On the conversion for the Highlanders.
So that makes it 24.
No mercy shown by Somerville at all.
The Peabody Tanners 7, the Somerville Highlanders 24.
Santos was there. He was there to make the play. Didn't read it. Peabody has not been at their best so far today.
So if the Tanners continue to play like this, we're going to have a long year.
Whew. I mean, they lost 24
because
seniors.
Somerville is not the best team in this division.
They're in Tier 2. But, Peabody, they lost 24 seniors, offensive line, defensive line, in the secondary, as we saw, and at quarterback. They're able to run the ball, but everything else has been tough so far.
Another long boot right to the goal line, into the end zone.
It's
Bringing
foolish.
it out.
Don't take it out. Not a good decision to take it out of the end zone.
Cole's return to the 15-yard line. Tackle made by number 1, Marcus Thomas.
But you know what, at this point,
He was all over the field.
he was all over the field. Marcus Thomas has been one of the MVPs of the Somerville.
15-yard line. First down.
But you know what? It's 24-7. You have nothing to lose. It wasn't the smartest decision, but I like the initiative. Got to try to make something happen, but down 3 scores.
I'm sure that Somerville's going to be in a prevent defense, and they're not going to.
I mean, that would be the smart move, but it doesn't look like that. They have 7, 8 in the box. That's going nowhere.
Lost 4 yards on the play. Second down and 14.
At this point, Peabody's just trying to run the clock out. 3 minutes left. Has not been their best performance so far. Still a young season, and it's a very, very young team. Oh, we got an injured player.
Time on the field. Time out. Highlanders.
You can see, I think it's Marcus
It
Thomas.
looks like number 1 is coming off injured.
Yep, Marcus Thomas. He looks banged up. Their head coach is, or maybe not, maybe he's just thirsty. That's all, but he is holding on to that right rib.
Right.
You can see him kind of just shaking his head a little bit. He's been all over the field tonight for Somerville, so that would be a tough loss. Plays multiple positions, plays both ways. We're going to take an injury timeout. Let's go. We're back.
Okay, all set to go. Back to pass. And he throws it away.
You can kind of see the speed that Therian has. I mean, there was a defender in the backfield.
Flag on the play.
And I think there's got to be, I mean, there has to be holding.
Right.
There's a flag on the field. There's a play action pass. He was running for his life. But you can kind of see the agility, the speed. If you can get some of that elusiveness in the open field.
On the Highlanders.
Oh, I think it's got to be.
Penalty will result in a Tanner first down.
Penalty on
Big 15-yarder.
big 15-yarder. I mean, that play was dead, so that's kind of a free play for Peabody. It's 24-7, 2 minutes and 33 seconds left. Let's see if they can at least get something to build on to go into the next game. Get a nice drive, get some successful plays, get some confidence.
DeMayo picking up about 3 or 4 yards.
That was number 44, Eric DeMayo on the carry.
He's actually been one of their better performers today.
By number 78, Quincy Bocage.
Besides that early fumble by DeMayo, he's been pretty effective. He's the leader of this team, all-star linebacker. He's one of the starting running backs now. He splits time with Noah Freeman. He's been effective running through the tackles. He had a very long run early in the third quarter. That costly fumble, though, has hurt him.
Busting up the middle. Picked up 2 yards.
You know, Abe Kaba just kind of got overrun on that. I mean, they've been running the entire game. 24-7. Somerville knows they have 8, 9 guys in the box.
That brings up 3rd and 5 for the Tanners.
It's been a tough day for the Tanners so far. Tough day at the office.
Big 3rd down and 5 for the Tanners. Trying to turn a corner.
Wow,
Still on his
run.
feet. He gets kicked out of bounds.
That was number 33, Noah Friedman on the carry.
Freeman showed his speed that time.
By number 17,
He was able to turn the corner.
I mean, Noah Freeman's a good back. He ran for 567 yards last year.
First down.
If you can get him on the outside, he's very effective.
Now we need a big play for a quick touchdown.
40 seconds left, 24-7. Somerville leading this game. Looks like it's pretty much over. Disappointing result for the Tanners as they struggled really in all three phases of the game.
He stopped, the quarterback stopped.
I mean, they tried.
Tackle made by number 13,
Behind the line of
Kelly
scrimmage.
Alphonse. Well, that brings up 3rd and long for the Tanners.
I mean, Colby Therian really tried to run the ball. It wasn't very effective. And we got about 15 seconds left. This game is going to be over. Peabody losing 24-7 to Somerville. I mean, what are your thoughts? It's shocking.
Unusual.
I mean, Somerville defensively
And that'll do it.
was all right, but offensively throwing the ball.
The Peabody Tanners 7, New York Somerville Highlanders 24.
24-7, the final score. And the teams are out there congratulating each other. The Tanners did not show much except for the opening series. Other than that, their offense showed zero.
The offense really sputtered through the game. Colby Therian had a tough time moving the ball down the field. Costly fumbles in the red zone off the kickoff and by Eric DeMeo really stunted this team as they're starting to get something going. Defensively, they really had trouble stopping the aerial assault led by Jeffries and this Somerville team.
Okay, I want to thank you viewers for watching. And have a good night, and we'll hope to see you next week.